Alright everyone, welcome back to Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty campaign. We're going to do In Utter Darkness this time around. We're going to do some more Crystal, and I guess we're just going to go watch the apocalypse or something. Not entirely sure what. Anyway.
I don't think I want to see any vision of the Overminds. But if Kerrigan's involved, I need to know.
On a distant, shadowed world, the protoss will make their final stand. Their heroes will gather. Their forces will be marshaled, and they will die bravely. But still, they will die. And my Zerg will be slaves to the hybrid. All will bow before the power of the Fallen One.
That's not very many units. I'm not sure if I like how I barely have any units. Okay, what does my base look like?
The galaxy burns around us. The Terrans have been consumed. We are all that stands against the shadow. But if we are to meet our end this day, then we will do so as one. Antaro Tassadar!
Okay, so this is how my first attempt is ending. There's a golden mineral base that I didn't take. There's an awful lot of Zerglings. There's a couple of choke points that you definitely want to hold. And I didn't realize that Archons didn't get Storm. I also don't have rapid fire set up for the warp in, which is definitely something I'm going to want to do. So the question is, what am I going to do different on the second attempt? You definitely want to hold here. Can I make shield batteries? No. Are there detectors? I think there's a couple hybrid in there that count as detectors, but all in all, there's not too many detectors, so I might want to go for quite a few Dark Templar. Immortals are going to be good because they'll deal with Zerglings rather quickly. Archons are good for the same reason. Archons are probably better because I think they can attack ground and air. So we'll have to see if we can make High Templar. I don't know where to warp High Templar in at. And you get carriers eventually. What do they cost? They cost a lot. Okay. Let's try this again. I think if you can get to the point where you have carriers, massing carriers is probably a really easy way to hold this mission. So the question is, how do you get to that point? Take 2. I think immortals are definitely a way to go for this. Let's also just queue up the research so that it happens in the background.
We must not hesitate. The search before death as I planned. My people approve of this. Now, the master protoss will fulfill their function in death. Life will be restored. My allegiance.
Okay.
Teleport
Omega Lisk. Alright. I'm not supposed to attack that. Copy that. Future Zicargo here, just going to talk a little bit about my attempts so far. So I've attempted this, I think a total of 3 times now, and I only showed the first 2 attempts. I'm going to need to get a whole lot better at actually controlling the protoss units. I think the proper way to do this is to try and hold all 3 choke points, and then to have a group of phoenixes deal with the air-to-air. You need to go for pretty much all of the upgrades because carriers are going to be your saving grace in this mission as it continues to go on. But you also need more. You just need more. I think. I don't know. It's hard to even say. I get too far behind. I don't think I can see how to actually beat this mission. I think I need to hold the early game better and hold the choke points better. As far as getting the research, you have to hold the archives. However, in order to do that, you need to hold all 3 choke points. Whereas if you fall back to the other 2, you could probably save a lot of units by just holding the better, easier to defend positions. That being said, I think if you really want to go to the distance in this mission, you need to hold that gold base. You either need to save an immense amount of minerals by abandoning the forward position, or you need to hold the gold base. In the late game, carriers are going to be your heaviest worker, but you're still going to need things like Colossus to just clear Zerglings. To be entirely honest, I do not have the skill to do this mission as I currently am. I would need to get a lot better at actually controlling these units and microing this stuff in order to complete this mission. I also need a solid strategy. So I think if we come back, we'll probably come back to this at some point, but it won't be today. I'm just gonna I just want people to know I failed hard on this mission 3 times in a row. I don't think Void Rays are good enough against the numbers of enemy units. So here we are with attempt number 5. I finally gave up trying to get the bonus objective and just went to try and beat the full mission. And spoiler alert, we managed to complete the main objective. So I've slowed it down, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the strategy that I ended up implementing for this game, for this mission. What I ended up doing was splitting all of my ground forces into 2 armies. I kept Zeratul in the middle. The intention was, I also had him on his own control group for most of the mission. And the intention with that was that Zeratul has the ability to blink and stun something, so I was just kind of keeping him around for whenever that became useful. I also had all of my factories rallying towards the middle of the thing, and I was towards the middle of this platform, not to either army in particular, but just out in the middle. And the idea was to constantly be producing units and then to just incorporate them into whichever army needed more units. So just continuously produce stuff and then split whatever I have between 2 forces. The air units, for the most part, I keep them together until I get carriers, and then I split the Phoenixes off into their own group because they're the air superiority fighters, whereas the Void Rays can shoot everything that the carriers can shoot. Anyway, I split the Phoenixes off into their own group later. The idea behind this strategy is just to hold the 2 choke points. Enemy units fighting high ground need vision before they can attack, and using the Phoenixes to kill specific targets makes it a lot easier for these Stalker Immortal armies to actually hold off their respective ramp. Now this actually ends up working quite well, and once I get carriers, I actually end up being supply blocked for a while and getting to just build up resources, which is a really nice position to be in for this mission. Once I got to this position, the mission became kind of just boring, waiting for attack waves and then destroying them, and then waiting for more attack waves and then destroying them. Eventually, I do get overwhelmed, but this is the strat, to have multiple armies defending every choke point. And it's really, really hard to do this with 3 choke points, but it's pretty easy to do this with 2. So, anyway. Now, partially because we have a long period with very little to say other than just hyper-focusing on trying to execute this to the best of my ability, and partially because there's a couple people who are watching this series who are not subscribed to the channel and don't press the like button. So, it's worth noting, not to be a whole, whatever. I don't like the idea of taking time in every video to do the whole cliche, press like, comment, subscribe, so on and so forth. What I am going to say is that I've got a pretty limited window in which I'm going to be able to make videos like this. So if you do enjoy it or do find it useful, or you would like to see me play more, maybe different campaigns, maybe different games, so on and so forth, helping the channel to grow is pretty important. A mission like this that takes 5 attempts, each attempt being between 20 and 30 minutes long, actually takes a really long time to edit down into a single 22-minute video, is what this looks like it's going to be. 22 or 23. But to take all that, to chop it and change it, to bring it down, do all the editing, and then process and upload the video, all of that takes absolute hours. And I do and love playing this game, but to be honest, I probably could have played through the campaign in a couple of days, and if I wasn't actually editing and recording this. So I don't know. I just want people to know that this is a really huge production, and the only reason I'm able to do it is because I set aside some money and quit my job and gave myself an opportunity to try this. If it's not going to work, I won't be able to continue making content, and I'll have to go back to playing games in my free time and doing all that. I'm honestly okay either way. I'd love to do this for a living, but maybe it's not meant to be. Who knows? You'll never know if you don't give things a try. Kind of like this mission. It was insanely difficult, and I really thought I couldn't do it. But then I just decided, you know what? Screw it. We'll try it twice more and accept not getting the bonus objective, and we'll see how stuff goes. And, well, we end up completing this mission in the end. Really satisfying to beat something that's very difficult and kicks your ass the first couple times around. But anyways, if you do like the video or you're interested in seeing future content, please consider leaving a like and a comment or sharing the video. I'd say subscribe because that's nice too, but sharing the video is the biggest thing that you can do. Letting other people know about my content, giving them the chance to say, hey, you know what, I really don't like this guy, or I do like this guy. That's the best thing that you can do for my channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you consider it. I'm not going to have anything like this in future videos. This is the one and only time I'm probably going to leave this. I might do this once per series, so I might do this once in my Dota series and once in the Starcraft series, but other than that, I'll probably just leave it to a really, really short flash of text on the rest of the videos. I just want people to know this took 7 hours. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Can I get an F in chat for Celendis over here with 130 kills to her name? Absolute MVP of the entire defense.
Forgive me, great Tassadar. I wasn't strong enough.
As I was your beginning, so shall I be. I love it when a plan comes together.
What is that graphic? Oh, I was so close to the Blaze of Glory. And I did not get the secondary objective. We did get the Zerg research, which just means that we got the credits. So, I mean, that's not too bad. Cutscene? Maybe? Yes.
Friend Raynor, you now bear witness to the truth. There is a malevolent presence within the void that seeks to destroy everything we hold dear. Could this fallen one be Azel Naga? After so long, could the gods themselves seek our destruction? And Kerrigan, I can hardly believe the wretched Queen of Blades will prevent the destruction of all that we know. Raynor, you may soon hold Kerrigan's fate in your hands. I know only that she must live. Be wary, old friend. The hounds of the void are on the hunt.
Is that the final mission in the crystal? Yes, it is. Okay. I am excited to get back into the story. So, next time, we'll be trying out the Raven, and we'll be trying out the Science Vessel. We probably won't actually be completing the mission. We're just going to be trying out just going to be trying out both of those and seeing how good they are. For now, I've been Zicargo, and this has been fun. Difficult. It has been very difficult, but it has been fun. It has also taken hours. Anyway, I'll see you next time with the Mobius Factor.